Hi there guys, my name is Jacques. Welcome to the RevAMP program. Now today this is going to be an overview of circuit number 3. Circuit number 3 is an upper body focused circuit, and then we're going to move on to a little bit of core to finish us off. We have 5 exercises focusing on the upper body, and you're going to need your resistance bands. Okay, so with the resistance bands here, we have different strengths and they are marked out as different colors. So you need to get to know what your resistance bands are and be sensible in terms of what exercises you then choose, what resistance bands you then choose for those exercises. Okay, to find out full information of this program, contact myself on info@jacques.com or get in touch with Limb Power Charity, and you want to find out how to sign up to the RevAMP program. This particular program, this video, is focused on lower limb single leg amputees. Okay, so let's get started. Our first exercise, guys, like I said, is a seated row. We're going to do these seated on the floor, sat on the floor. You can have a stool to bring you off the floor if you find that your range of motion or sitting on the floor is uncomfortable. And our first exercise, you're going to need, choose your most resistance, okay? Choose your strongest band. They're going to go over your feet, sit yourself up nice and tall, keep your thumbs on top, pull your elbows to your sides, and release out, okay? So even when you've got straight arms, you should have a slight tension in the band. You don't want it to be too loose. If it's too loose, then you won't get enough resistance there at all, okay? We are working on our lats, our back muscles, we're working on our rear delts, we're working on our biceps, okay? They're big muscle groups, very, very good for posture, helps keep those shoulders back, massive muscle groups. So let's really challenge it. Keep those thumbs on top, elbows to your sides, keeping that chest up and back out, keeping a resistance all the way back in and all the way back out, okay? Again, if this feels too light, we can double up, so we can fold it in half, or if your band isn't long enough, then you can start to add more than one resistance band, okay? So that's the seated row. The next exercise is a seated chest press. Now for this one, guys, choose a medium strength band. You're going to tie it into a knot. A double knot should be sufficient enough. Pull it nice and tight. You're then going to put it over your head, okay, over your body, like so, okay? I'm going to sit on the chair for this one just to demonstrate. You can stay sat on the floor for this one, so you haven't got to worry about too much, walk around too much. And with this one, you want to try and get those elbows into the sides, so the band is over the top. Press out and back in. Press out and back in. So you're feeling this work for the chest. So we're working the front of the body this time. You're going to feel a little bit in the triceps, you're going to feel a little bit in the shoulders, but mainly working through the pecs, the chest muscles. Okay, so elbows by your sides, nice big press out and back in. Again, you might surprise yourself. You might want to use more of resistance. But I should suggest that we start with our medium resistance band on this one. So this is very similar to doing a push-up. Okay, was a little bit more focused. Okay, very nice. What's our next one? Standing upright row. With this one, I suggest we use a slightly lighter band to start with. We're again focusing on our shoulders, working more of the rear delts, back of the shoulders. This is a very great one for posture. One foot in the middle of the band. Okay, so I would suggest you use your sound leg for this one. Thumbs in the middle, so not turned out. Thumbs into the middle, and you want to think about raising your elbows up high. You want to keep your thumb as close to your chin as possible. You're going to be going up and over like this. Okay? So now we're going to try out the bands, and we're going to do both hands together. So thumbs down, put up and back in. Put up and back in. Okay, let's show you side on. Up. Okay, and you should feel this working through the shoulders, but mainly the posterior, the back of the shoulders. Okay, so again, very good for your posture. Okay, what have we got next? We have single arm lateral raise. With this one, we're going to need that same band that we tied a knot in. We're going to put it back over the body. Now this time what we're going to do is keep one elbow underneath it. You can hold the other one down like this. You can do this seated or standing, whatever you prefer. Okay, I'm going to do this one sat down. And what we're doing is bring our elbow up and back in. Up and back in. So it's a lateral raise. Again, focusing on that shoulder. This one's really good for working the medial head there. Once you've done your repetitions, obviously we'll swap to the other side, hold it down to the bottom, back up, and in. So again, I suggest you use your medium strength band or even your lightest band for this one, okay? And then last exercise, again for the shoulders. I'm going to do this one sat down as well. It's a reverse fly. So hands in line with the shoulders, holding over hand position, stretch it apart and back in. Apart and back in. I want you to think about, let me show you from the side, squeezing those shoulder blades back. So squeezing your shoulder blades together like this. Okay? So hands in line with the shoulders, squeezing back and back down. Keeping those arms nice and straight. Nice big squeeze. Again, working the back of the arms, back of the shoulders. Great for posture. Okay, so those are our 5 exercises that we're going to be working on upper body. Refer back to your program to how many sets, how many repetitions, and how many times we're going to go through that. Once you've done that little circuit, you're then going to move on to your core, your midsection part of the workout. Okay, and we have 4 exercises for this. And again, if you've been following this program, these are slightly more advanced to a little bit more progression to some of the exercises that we've done in the past. Okay, guys? So here we go. Get this chair out of the way. The first exercise is a leg raise. So with this one, you have a choice. I can lock my knee out straight, so I bend it, I pull the little lever back and lock it, and it's now locked out straight. Okay? If you haven't got that option, guys, you can just simply cross your legs. Okay, so your sound leg is looking after the bend of the knee. Okay? So leg raises. What we're going to aim for, hands underneath the lower of the back. You feel a little hole there, a little dip. I want you to squash your hands with your back. Push that lower back into your hands, squashing your hands there. And your hands would never come loose, okay? They always need to be pressed in. That's how we're going to look after our back. Okay, with the next thing, we're going to then lift our legs off the ground and back down, keeping that back pressed into your hands, back up and back down, okay? If you want more of a challenge, take the hands out. Again, if you start to feel anything in your lower back, you must stop. This is not a lower back exercise. This is working on that core, mainly through the lower part of the abs, okay? So think about pressing that back into the floor, hands by your side to a little bit of balance, back up and back down. Do not let that core or that back come off the ground at all. Okay, nice stuff, guys, really good. Oh, if you find that too hard, we can do single leg. Okay, so hands back under the back, and we can just do one leg at a time. Okay, and then the other one. You're of course going to find your residual limb, your prosthetic limb side a little bit harder than the others. Okay, nice. I can't remember what this one is. Okay, we have dead bug. A dead bug with this one. So you're going to need your knee bent on this one. So I like to use my sound leg to prop my leg up. What we're going to be doing with this, it's called dead bug. Think about a dead bug here. You're lying on your back like a dead bug here. What we're going to do is just the arms, not using the legs, stretch behind you and back up. Okay, behind you and back up. Now, same story as the leg raise. As your arms come back, I don't want to see your back arch off the ground at all. Keep that pressed down. Okay, keep it engaged. Up and back down. If this is too easy, this is where we can start to use a weight. Okay, so hold the weight directly above your chest, bring it back, keeping that back pressed into the ground and back in. Okay, so dead bugs. Okay, nice. Our next exercise is a Russian twist. So guys, we've done this one before. This was in the previous exercise, in the previous plan. So we're going to be leaning back ever so slightly, keeping that chest up. Nice big twist, nice big twist. To make this more advanced, to make this slightly harder, so we're progressing, you can then start to add a weight. So that could be 2-litre bottle of water, or a couple of tins of baked beans, or just 1 tin of baked beans, twisting side to side. Okay? So you want to be leaning back with this one. Show your side on. Leaning back, so you're kind of holding, so it almost feels like you're going to fall, but you're kind of catching yourself, okay? Hold that position, nice big twist, keeping that chest up. Okay, guys, nice stuff. So that is your Russian twist. Our last exercise, very last one for core, is our toe taps. So again, we have done this one before. Both those legs bent, shoulders off the ground, hands by your sides, touch those toes, ground, back round. Okay guys, come on like this. Excellent stuff. Okay, so that is our exercise overview of circuit number 3. Like I said, guys, if you want more information about this, if you're watching this and you're not part of the RevAMP program, get in contact with myself at info@jackayers.com. Okay, guys, we've got one more video, last circuit for section 2.